All right. And now we start with NFL Sunday Championship Week. The 49ers are taking on the Rams at SoFi Stadium. The Rams are currently 3.5-point favorites, and the over-under is currently 46. So I like to ask you guys how you think the game's going to go, but, these are my Rams against the 49ers, and I have a lot to say, but Arm will throw it to you. 49ers or Rams?
So Jack and I did well last week, I must say.
Well.
We did well.
Yeah.
I'm due for a whiff this week, but I think I'm excited to hear what your thoughts are and what the public numbers are early. I haven't looked at the public numbers, but it just seems like the Rams are an obvious pick, but then not obvious because everyone's like, oh, the Niners beat up the Rams and the Rams are the obvious pick. So it's almost like a double negative here back to the Rams actually not being obvious. And I'm going with the Rams, if you know what I'm saying. So obvious that it's not obvious, making it obvious again, and it's not obvious. So we're going with the Rams. They're just the better team. And the NFL should not allow Jimmy Garoppolo to start at QB in the Super Bowl. It should not be allowed. It would be the worst thing since Brock Osweiler and Peyton Manning platooned in that playoff run. They literally platooned. So Rams, they take care of business. Cam Akers needs to figure out the fumbling shit, though. He's got to figure that out. Do you trust Cam Akers? Do you still keep giving him the ball in this situation? Or do you give it to somebody else, Pete?
He'll figure it out. He'll be fine.
I agree. I love Akers, but right now on this stage, are you still feeding him the ball at the goal line?
Sony Michel is just not good enough. Like, he's fine between the tackles. He's a fine running back, but Cam Akers just does so much more. I think when healthy, Cam Akers is one of the best running backs in the league. I think this was a weird happenstance. It happened. Weird fall on the head. I think you got to just keep giving it to Cam.
On the Chiefs-Bengals side,
We'll talk about that after. Let's go.
Go.
Jack, what do you think? 49ers or Rams?
Yeah, so I had a really good week by just naming random former players for each side. So I'm going to do that again. Sam Bradford and Ted Ginn Jr. I'm going to go the Rams, and I'm going to go with the under.
Okay.
I think that the Niners offense is anemic, and I think they're going to get into this weird rock fight with the Rams. Whatever number Odell Beckham's receiving prop is at, I would take the over, because I think Odell Beckham, this is his postseason right now. Is it the playoffs postseason?
Yeah, because he's broke.
Postseason,
and because he's broke, he's just trying to get some money back after putting it all in Bitcoin.
Rams are taking on the 49ers, huh? 3.5-point dog. So here it is. So I'm a Rams fan personally, and there's something that's been happening between Rams 49ers now for the past couple of years. Kyle Shanahan is 6-0 straight up against Sean McVay in their last 6 meetings. The 49ers have owned the Rams recently. In their last game, in week 17, the Rams got up early, but then the 49ers fought back and won 27-24. This is a really tough game because I'm going to say that the Rams should win, but this is a game that the 49ers generally do. But this is the 49ers' 4th straight game on the road. And primarily in NFL history, it's not good percentages of teams who win 4 straight road games. And that's what the 49ers are dealing with as well. The way the 49ers scheme, the way they run the ball, this Rams team has trouble. But Trent Williams is questionable. Not sure if he's going to play. That's the best offensive lineman, I think, in football for San Francisco. Andrew Whitworth, questionable, but looks like he's going to practice. If we just go further down the injury report, Elijah Mitchell, running back for the 49ers, questionable. Jeff Wilson Jr., questionable for the 49ers as well. That's their backup running back. Taylor Rapp, who's the safety for the Rams, who's had a really solid year in that secondary. He's questionable, but he's looking more like he'll play. And Eric Weddle has been the guy who's been taking his place in that Rams secondary. This is a game where I'd probably take 49ers spread. I'm not going to pick against my Rams, but I will not be betting Rams spread in this game. The 49ers own the Rams. That's just how it is. So that's kind of my game. And Fred Warner, who's the linebacker for the 49ers as well. The 49ers play a lot of zone, so it's hard for Stafford to do his consistent, he likes to do a lot of short passes that allow for the long pass. But the 49ers, It's hard to do that, especially with Fred Warner at linebacker. They play a lot of zone. It's going to be tough to do that.
Hey, to break up the roster deconstruction real quick, Fred Warner currently married, I think maybe engaged, but married to a contestant on one of the previous seasons of The Bachelor. Sydney Hightower was on Peter Weber's season of The Bachelor. Sydney lied about being bullied in high school, came out that she was not being bullied whatsoever, that she was actually one of the mean girls in high school, and now she's married to Fred Warner. So,
all right, well, that's how
My
we'll
God.
end it there. So we're all Rams. All Rams.
yeah.
Okay. AFC Championship, Bengals versus Chiefs. The Chiefs opened at 6.5. It was quickly moved up to 7. That's where the number is right now. The over-under is 54.5. Bengals, Chiefs, Aram, who's winning?
Chiefs easily, I think. I mean, the fact that the Bengals were able to survive with how bad that offensive line looked last week, it's not going to be. I know it's not the same, defensive line that they're going against here, but Chris Jones is going to eat. They'll find a way to get pressure. Joe Burrow was running for his life. I don't think you can get past this team and keep up offensively with the offensive line limitations they have. And the Chiefs are rolling now too. I think the Chiefs win pretty comfortably.
Jack?
Brady Quinn versus Ben Jarvis Green Ellis.
Ben
Remember
Jarvis
that name?
Green Ellis.
That was a good name.
Fire.
Yeah. Joe Burrow, I've said it, maybe the girthiest guy in the National Football League. I love his new glasses. It's very similar vibes to Jock Peterson and the Pearls. The Pearls won a World Series. I don't think the glasses are going to win a Super Bowl. I think Patrick Mahomes is that dude. So give me the Chiefs spread, money line, over, whatever you want.
Yeah, this is not a game that I'm gonna go into too much because it really is. It's the Chiefs, Arrowhead, Patrick Mahomes at home. How do you think he's going to lose? But if we're talking about the spread, the Bengals beat the Chiefs not too long ago, 34-31. But again, the Chiefs got up early. And the Bengals had to hold the Chiefs to 3 points in the second half. Is that going to happen again? Most likely not. I'm going to side with the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs win this one. And I love the over. I mean, the last time they played again, 34-31, that's 65 total points. The over-under right now is at 54.5. It's going to be a public play. Everyone's going to be hammering it. And I really do think that it's going to hit. Kind of similar to the Chiefs Bills, where 90% of the public was on the over and it still went over. I think we're going to see something similar there. I think the over is the strongest play. I think the Chiefs win. I'm nervous about the covering. I think Joe Burrow, the Chiefs could be up by 14 going late into the fourth quarter. Joe Burrow throws the last touchdown. My push. I think Vegas has this game pegged pretty well at 7. It's almost one of those games where if you have 7.5, you might play the Bengals. If you have 6.5, you might play the Chiefs. I think you got to go Chiefs here and you got to go over.